Railroads use lots of different types of bridges in their operations. There's high, spindly trestles, huge concrete arch bridges, truss bridges, and many others. But one of the most unique types of railroad bridges is the swing bridge. Unlike a drawbridge where a portion of the bridge lifts high in the air, a swing bridge doesn't change height to allow clearance for nautical navigation. It simply swings out of the way. This is the Black Rock Swing Bridge at North Buffalo, New York. This bridge spans the western entrance to the Erie Canal at milepost 0.3 on the Canadian National's Stamford subdivision. This is a good-sized bridge. It's 431 feet long, and the whole structure weighs over 4 million pounds. It has a roadway along the south side of the bridge for vehicle traffic and a pedestrian walkway on the north side of the bridge. A swing bridge is a somewhat more complicated mechanical device than a drawbridge because of the need to change the bridge's support points when it's operated. When closed, the bridge is supported like most bridges, using a pair of huge piers under each end of the bridge. The trusswork superstructure also helps support the bridge and the weight of the traffic on the bridge. But when the bridge is opened, the bridge's weight must be supported by the center pivot column. It is the careful changing of the support points and the movement of the bridge itself that makes the operation of a swing bridge so fascinating. Let's see just what it takes to operate this bridge. Brad Markowski is handling the bridge today. When Brad needs to move the bridge to allow passage of boat traffic on the canal, there's a very specific sequence of events he must follow. The safety of rail traffic is of the highest priority. Brad must check with the dispatcher to see whether or not there are any trains already on the approach to the bridge. If there's no rail traffic coming, the dispatcher will give Brad permission to unlock the bridge. As soon as he unlocks it, the signals at each end of the bridge change from their normal approach aspect to a stop indication. Unlocking the bridge also connects the electric power to the bridge motors so it can be moved. The electrical circuits are changed by moving this housing, which contains several plugs and switches for those circuits. Then he checks to see if there are any people walking across the bridge on the pedestrian walkway. If it's clear, he closes the gates to the walkway. He then checks for vehicle traffic on the roadway. When the roadway is clear, the crossing gates are lowered, stopping the traffic. Now Brad is ready to actually move the bridge. Next, Brad operates the control to retract the heavy steel wedges at each end of the bridge. These wedges make sure the track is properly aligned when the bridge is closed. Electric motors lift two huge cams at each end of the bridge, thus transferring the weight of the bridge from the ends of the bridge to the center pivot point. As this weight transfer takes place, these truss rods at the top of the trusswork take up the weight of the ends of the bridge. Next, Brad lifts the centering pins underneath the bridge. These pins provide course alignment for the bridge when it's closed. When the cams are fully retracted and the centering pin is lifted, Brad blows a couple blasts on the whistle to notify any nautical traffic that he is about to move the bridge. Then he moves the lever to start the big swing motors operating. Two huge DC motors slowly turn the bridge, using a complicated set of gears and shafts under the center pivot point. Ever so slowly, the bridge eases into motion, swinging out of the way of the boat traffic in the Erie Canal below. With the bridge now open, the boats in the canal can safely pass the bridge. After the boat traffic has cleared, the steps are repeated in reverse. The swing motors move the bridge back around to close it up. As the tracks come into alignment, Brad carefully slows the swing motors to a crawl and eases on the air brake so he can stop the bridge in close alignment. But as you might guess, stopping 4 million pounds of anything is a slow process. The centering pin is lowered, roughly aligning the bridge for rail traffic. The cams are lowered, once again changing the weight distribution of the bridge to the ends in order to support the heavy rail traffic on the bridge. Then the track wedges are deployed, firmly aligning the track for smooth movement of trains across the bridge. The bridge is locked, and the signal system connections are remade by closing the big contactor on the west end of the bridge. This also disconnects the power to the bridge motors as a fail-safe against movement when the bridge is aligned for rail traffic. The signals change from stop to approach, and the bridge is once again ready to carry pedestrian, vehicle, and rail traffic across the Erie Canal. The final step is to open the pedestrian gates and raise the crossing gates at each end of the bridge. As you might guess, it takes a lot of power to move this bridge. There are a total of 8 electric motors used to swing this bridge. There's a 2-horsepower motor in the control cab, which powers the air compressor for the air brake and warning whistle. There's a 6-horsepower motor for the signal system main breaker. There are 2 5-horsepower motors to operate the track wedges. The big cams on the ends of the bridge are raised and lowered by 2 12-horsepower motors. And the 2 swing motors themselves are each rated at 53 horsepower. Power for everything except the gates and the air compressor is 500 volts DC because it's fairly easy to control the speed and direction of a DC motor. Like most movable bridges, the Black Rock Bridge has a 10-mile-per-hour speed limit. There are usually 6 to 8 trains per day across this bridge. Here, Canadian National Train 331, a 108-car, 8,500-ton freight train, crosses the canal on its eastbound run from Canada into the United States. If you have a spot on your layout where the track crosses a river, why not install a swing bridge at that location? It will certainly be a focal point of interesting O-gauge operation on your layout.